are back in AEW. What's going on? What's really going on? I don't know. We're going to discuss what happened on AEW Dynasty here with Wrestle with Spade, and we're going to discuss about the Cucks. If you were known, get that. They are the Young Bucks. I think that's enough explanation to do. From the Cucks, because they're nothing more than a bunch of cucks who came out of fucking nowhere and fucking ruined a great ending. A great ending. The stars aligned, everything was perfect. But that motherfucker Tony Khan did have to just see Darby Allin climb that fucking Mount Everest apparently and fucking go out of the fucking way to book this shit. It's insane how this company had a great ending. You had, I believe, first of all, I'm going to talk about that match. Because if you don't know already, I'm going to put it up right now here. The wrestling has been uploaded of Dynasty. AEW Dynasty is uploaded already, the review. It's live stream as well, so check it out unfiltered a little bit. Raw and edgy, no fucking editing in here and there, no music, nothing, no fuck anything, so with it. But, I mean, I would say it's a live stream that's growing a lot. People are understanding some fucking points here, what I'm talking about, so check that out if you have a fucking interest too. But my god, Will Ospreay is not the guy, really. They're trying to make him, but well, I don't think they're putting him as the guy. That this match was going to be some kind of a no disqualification match, which it really was at the end of the day. It was nothing more than a fucking no disqualification match. How are there no like ring counts outside? I'm not that stupid. It's wrestling. Like, come on, the ring counts outside. Apparently, this match was some other kind of match. They didn't tell us. I would say this was a much better match than Adam Copeland and Jon Moxley. Easily, I give this match easily the better match than that. First, it was a little hokey where they started off with some chain-ass wrestling and Swerve trying to tackle him down, just trying to chain him up. I mean, with his arm, just chain wrestling, which they didn't needed from the dangerous man in the world. This is not the dangerous man in the world. The dangerous man in the world will give him the house call and fucking make him bust open. That's what the dangerous man in the world. That's what the dangerous man in the world can really do. And Swerve Strickland didn't show that in a few parts, but it ended up being cool, really. It ended up being fun. Swerve Strickland, took out Jon Moxley through the table from the ladder at steel steps. It was awesome. There was a lot of good stuff here. I would say it was a good match. Not an awesome match, but a good match, really. But the issue is they didn't tell us what was going to really be, what kind of match it was going to be, and nobody really expected that, but that was the case. They didn't tell us that this match has changed into a no DQ match, because in a DQ match, a regular match, you have countouts. You have a count out to 10, and in this one you didn't, and it just didn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I don't know what to say more about this. I mean, the match was good. The ending we're going to talk about here. So the ref goes out. Marina Shafir comes out, or whatever, and she's about to, she takes the mean-ass cutter from Jon Moxley. That was like, oh my god, she deserved it. Because we wanted her to get a comeuppance. Everybody, let's talk about that. We wanted, Marina Shafir is one of the women that are, like, we wanted her to get comeuppance. And she got a mean-ass cutter from Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley ended up, packing away. And he's like, okay, come on, And then Swerve Strickland hits the house call, I believe. It keeps on hitting it. There comes out the fucking Death Riders. From the Dick Riders, actually. And, whatever they're doing. And then there comes the Ops. And I've never loved the Ops more than ever. I was like, the stars are aligning. The home field advantage of AEW. Hangman Adam Page is out there as well. He takes out Jon Moxley. Instead of first he looks at Swerve. but he takes out Jon Moxley. But then, I don't know what the fuck they do. The lights go out. And here's how. What I will change here is what actually happened are the cucks, the fucking Bucks, which I'm gonna argue and tell you why this doesn't make no fucking sense. Let's go back. Let's look at here. Let's go back to when Jon Moxley started all this shit in the first few months. He first did this stuff in August. We heard about this Romper Stomper character. Check out this movie. I mean, I watched it and I can tell you that that's what this character is based on, Romper Stomper. And I'll give you a full detail about what's Jon Moxley's character and how it's connected with Romper Stomper, what he's trying to do really. So it makes sense if people don't know what it's about. But remember when Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, the Gin and Juice, hit the Gin and Juice private party to win the AEW World Tag Team Championship from the Bucks. Bucks were out of there. Said Okada were out there talking to him, they're discussing. They out there ran out. Christian Redens, where are you going? They were about to attack Brandon Cutler, the Death Riders, and they were out of there. And they wanted to get away from them completely. They didn't want any part of this. And now all of a sudden they come out there. That was the last time we saw the Bucks. When they said because the Death Riders were literally about to attack them, and they've left. The Dick Riders, what the fuck they are and themselves, about to attack them, and they left. So it makes no fucking sense to do this shit. I mean, Tony Khan is a fucking hack himself. It's like, it's so Vincent Kennedy McMahon that I don't know what the fuck to mention to you, because this is utter bullshit at best. Is awful. It doesn't make sense, because as I said, we saw the Bucks leave because of the threat from the Death Riders, the fucking Dick Riders. We saw them leave. We saw that in front of our eyes. We watched the product. You made us look like fucking geeks. You made Hangman Adam Page look like a fucking geek. What did he come out to help Jon Moxley be dethroned for? He kind of helped Swerve, really. And Swerve didn't end up winning. This was stupid. This was absolutely so fucking stupid. You made us look like geeks. You made Hangman Adam Page look like geeks. You made the Ops look like geeks. What's the fucking point of this, motherfucker? Tony Khan is a stupid ass hack, and I don't know the fuck this Mark does. But you know, MJF said it better. I would say it more than one more time, over and over and over again. You fucking Mark. French wrestling, we want just wrestling, and we want all that shit. We want storytelling, asshole. And you fucking made us look like geeks. You made us forget that this even never existed. That this thing never happened. Because of the last shot fucking geeks at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's it. That's a rant. I've talked enough about that. But the show was itself. There's a rant for that. Check out the live stream, unfiltered mostly. So, check out the review as well. Get more views on that shit. But, I mean, I don't know what to say other than this. But, here's what I'm going to change people's topic here. You might not agree here. But Jon Moxley said, "This is not your company anymore," to Tony Schiavone back in August of 2024. Right after All In, around that time, Jon Moxley came back. He had just lost the New Japan World Championship recently. He came out and he said that it's not your company anymore. Dude, at that time, I'm like, oh, whoa, what does that mean? What does that mean, Mr. Jon Moxley? What does that mean, John? Nobody knew what that means, really. Everybody was like, what does that mean? What does he mean by that? Here's what I'm going to play it into it. Everything happens great. They announced that before AEW Dynasty that this match is gonna be barred match between Jon Moxley and Swerve Strickland. So this is confirmed that this match is gonna be a no holds barred match. We see blood, we see violence, we see a lot of shit. We see glass, we see fucking spike bats. I don't know what the fuck we see. We see a fucking car crash of a match, a death match, whatever. Swerve Strickland's Gentleman AEW. I mean, Bobby Lashley told Bobby Lashley himself, "You hurt people, Bobby. I kill people." So that's the fuck you can do. You can kill Jon Moxley. So I think the match is announced as a match is gonna be, there will be there's a no disqualification, like a barn burn hardcore match, Texas death, whatever kind of a match. And the match is incredible. There's no chain wrestling here. They go out there, fucking, this is the war. And then obviously Marina Shafir gets involved. She gets the cutter still. Things happen great in this match. I'm not booking the entire show here for you, because that's a long ass show to get to. I'm gonna talk about that. This right here is gonna be a fucking incredible match. That's what I'm booking it as. They go out there, they literally chop the shit out of each other. They kick each other's heads in. A house call out of the chair. He places his head on top of the chair and freaking gives them a house call on top of that. Puts the chair on top of Jon Moxley and gives him the surf stomp, all that shit, whatever. Jon Moxley gives a paradigm shift lariat. Jon Moxley, the lights go out. Now, I'm gonna go back to what I said. This is not your company anymore. The lights come back, and there is the crowd loses their shit. The commentary people, Tony Schiavone, has died, literally. He's had a fucking heart attack the way he's speaking. In the darkness. And he's smirking. And he says, Tony Khan, he says he sticks the mic, he says, Jon Moxley told you this is not your company anymore. Jon Moxley literally regards Tony Khan, huh? I just brought him out, and he helped me take over this company. And Tony Khan, you best believe what you're gonna get. The takeover of the McMahon. Most notably, Shane McMahon. I now own All Elite Wrestling. The night goes out, shit goes crazy, and you have intrigue forever. You have intrigue forever. And if you think I'm gonna put Vince McMahon in this shit, you're stupid, because that is not even a possibility. The dude is dealing with some sexual misconduct, and he fucking deserves what he's dealing with. You know what I'm talking about. If you've never seen these, you should know. But anyways, Vince McMahon can be part of this thing. But Shane McMahon can be, because of the deal they struck in secret back in July or whatever. And Shane McMahon got turned down by Tony Khan, but he got into Moxley's head, and it worked out. And it's not his company anymore. Tell me that I've not booked this better than Tony Khan. You can't fucking deny this, man. This is so much well booked than Tony Khan's booking, because that, my friends, good God. All Friends Wrestling shit, nah. That is dog shit, okay? That's just crap itself. This right here makes sense. To the point I said, this is not your company anymore. The reason he said that to Tony Schiavone, It is Shane McMahon's company. As I said, he attacked Swerve. Show goes off the air. Before that, he says a lot of shit, and he says, I now own All Elite Wrestling.